أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بفضل الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين بارئ الخلائق أجمعين باعث الأنبياء والمرسلين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا سيد الأنام وصفوة الأنبياء الكرام المحمود الأحمد أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في الأراضين وحجته على العالمين الحجة ابن الحسن فداه وأرواح العالمين واللعن على أعدائهم أعداء الدين أبد الآبدين ودهر الداهرين. أوصيكم عباد الله ونفسي بتقوى الله فإنه سبيل النجاة. In a narration or sermon, the commander of the faithful Ali ibn Abi Talib, peace be upon him, says, اتقوا الله تقاته من سمع فخشع. Fear Allah, a fear like those who, whenever they listen, they start to fear. They start to submit. They start to obey. Not stay stubborn. Alaykum as-salam wa rahmatullah. So, of course, taqwa is the most important thing that a believer should have. But Imam Ali alayhi salam explains taqwa, that when you listen, you start to fear. If someone tells you, okay, you know, what you're doing is wrong, this is sin. Yeah, okay, let me check. Maybe yes, I'm in a sinful situation. I have to change. اتقوا الله تقات من سمع فخشع واقترف فاعترف. When we commit sin, at the end of the day, we are not infallible. We might commit sins. When we commit sins, we confess. We confess. On the other hand, some people, when they commit sins, they don't confess. What they أخذته العزة بالإثم. When you tell him, don't do that, he said, no, what I'm doing is right. I have the right to do so. Why you're hitting your son? I have the right, I'm his father. Why are you disrespecting your father? You know, see, the world's been changed. I can't shout on my father. Yeah, you can't. You can't even say off. Oh, woman, why are you disrespecting your husband? Husband, why are you disrespecting your wife? Or, I don't know, your classmate, your workmate. No, I have the right, you know. I'm the boss. You're the boss, but you don't have the right to oppress. You know, you're the employer, but you don't have the right to abuse, and etc. We have to apply all of those teachings of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam in our lives. Otherwise, we are not muttaqi. So if we commit sins, do not just let it go and forget. No, confess. Confess to Allah, of course. Confess. إن كان الاعتراف على الذنب توبة فإني من المعترفين. If, oh Allah, you consider that confess as a repentant, so I do confess. So fear Allah in a way that if you commit any sin, you confess, you say, okay, oh Allah, please forgive me. وَعَلِمَ فَوَجَلَ. Like those who, when they realize something, get aware of something, they start to fear. Let me give you an example. May God forbid. If someone enters a place with needles which were used by hospitals, full of those needles, he would walk carefully. Why? Because this might cost him his health. So alima fawajal. When you realize, when you get the knowledge, you start to fear. You know, usually ignorant people don't fear, while knowledgeable and decent people fear because they know the reality. وعلم فوجل. And then وحاذر فبادر. They are cautious. That's why they rush towards good deeds. حاذر فبادر. When he is cautious, it means that he has to do things rapidly. Who says that I have time, let's say that, to pray my prayers by the end of the day? Maybe I just die. No, if I can, I have to do it now. Yeah, somebody, you owe someone some money. Yeah, and it's the due date. Give him back his money. You can. Don't say, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. No rush. No, probably he's not in rush, but you have to be in rush. وحاذر فبادر وعمل أو وعمل فأحسن. When they do things, they do the best. The Prophet was burying someone, and then he tried to do the grave in the best way possible. Some of his companions told me, it's a grave, just leave it. It's not a house that you enter a house, you have to do it properly. No, it's a grave. The Prophet replied, إن الله يحب أن إذا عمل العبد عملا أن يحسنه ويتقنه. I know it's a grave and that person is died. That person is dead. But Allah wants me to do things in the best way. Allah wants me to. That's why I'm doing so. So if you're a mechanic, do it in the best way. If you're a doctor, do it in the best way. Engineer, do it in the best way. Teacher, teach the best. Put effort. So we won't be perfect at all, but we can be close to that level. And we will be successful. We will succeed. So what Imam Ali alayhi salam tries to pass to us, that taqwa and being pious and piety is not something that you just say it with your tongue. Rather, it should be apparent on your actions, on your fear, on your awareness, on your repentance, on your akhlaq, on your behavior. So ittaqullah tuqata. Not only fear him. Yeah, I do fear Allah. That's why I don't kill anyone. It's good. I don't use drug. It's good, but it's not enough. No, you have to fear him, that you can feel the fear in your heart. And the fear can protect you and make you avoid all types of sins. Of course, we won't be able to do so, but at least we might be able, with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to avoid committing sins deliberately. If we start to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as Imam Ali, the commander of the faithful, says, هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على محمد وآله الطاهرين. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين بارئ الخلائق أجمعين. إلهي لا أحصي ثناء عليك أنت كما أثنيت على نفسك. وخير الصلاة والسلام على سيدنا سيد الأنام وصفوة الأنبياء الكرام المحمود الأحمد أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد. وعلى أخيه وابن عمه مولى الموحدين أمير المؤمنين علي بن أبي طالب وابنته الصديقة الشهيدة فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين، وعلى ولديه الحسن المجتبى والحسين الشهيد بكربلاء، والتسعة من ذرية الحسين السجاد علي والباقر محمد والصادق جعفر والكاظم موسى والرضا علي والجواد محمد والهادي علي والعسكري الحسن والحجة ابن الحسن المهدي صلوات الله عليهم أجمعين، واللعن الدائم على أعدائهم أبد الآبدين ودهر الداهرين. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات، تابع بيننا وبينهم بالخيرات، إنك مجيب الدعوات، إنك رافع الدرجات، إنك غافر الخطيئات، إنك على كل شيء قدير. أوصيكم عباد الله ونفسي بتقوى الله فإنه سبيل النجاة. أمير المؤمنين عليه السلام, in a hadith which has been narrated by Kulaini in Usul al-Kafi, one of our most authentic books, Kitab al-Kafi, Imam alayhi salam explains to us, those who are pious, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will treat them back. So if you try to fasten your desires, fasten your nafs, kill your nafs, train your nafs, tame your nafs, it's hard. Even Imam Ali alayhi salam says, وَهَذِهِ نَفْسِي أُرَوِّضُهَا بِالتَّقْوَى, and I treat myself hardly with taqwa, using fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. If someone tries his best, فَإِنَّ مَنِ اتَّقَى اللَّهَ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ, whoever fears Allah, protect himself from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's angers, رُفِعَ عَقْلُهُ عَنْ أَهْلِ الدُّنْيَا فَبَدَنُهُ مَعَ أَهْلِ الدُّنْيَا وَقَلْبُهُ وَعَقْلُهُ مُعَايِنُ الْآخِرَةِ. Allahu Akbar. If you fear Allah, sincere fear, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will elevate your intellect to heaven. While your body is on earth, your soul is in heaven. رُفِعَ عَقْلُهُ عَنْ أَهْلِ الدُّنْيا. So you underestimate, belittle all dunya. Ya dunya ghurri ghayri, as Imam Ali alayhi salam says, oh dunya, go to someone else. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. You can't find anything. You don't have any chance on me. رُفِعَ عَقْلُهُ عَنْ أَهْلِ الدُّنْيا. Your aql, of course, nafs is different from aql. But of course, when your aql goes up, your nafs go with it, with the aql as well, your intellect. رُفِعَ عَقْلُهُ عَنْ أَهْلِ الدُّنْيا. In a way, you live with people with your body. But actually, you're living in heaven with Almighty God's prophets, Almighty God's successors. So your body is here, but your vision penetrate the dunya to reach it after. وَعَقْلُهُ مَعَايِنُ الْآخِرَةِ. You can see hereafter. You can listen to those who weep in hellfire, and to those who are enjoying heaven. Really? Can we reach that point? Yes. As if we see, as if we hear. فأطفأ بضوء قلبه ما أبصرت عيناه من حب الدنيا. When somebody reaches this level, he won't look at dunya. He will turn off, the blinking lights of dunya with the light of his wisdom. No, I don't like dunya. I don't need this. Yeah, if you need something, yeah, that's okay. I don't need this. I don't need, I don't know, this type of car, this type of mobile phone, this type of house. I don't need all of that. I only go for what I need, nothing more. So he uses the light of aql, the light of intellect, the light of wisdom to turn off the dunya, the love of dunya in his heart. فَقَدَّرَ حَرَامَهَا. The haram will disgust him. He will hate haram. Hate haram. We've heard that. Assalamu alaikum ya Hussein. What really hurt Lady Zainab in the courtyard of Yazid, that Yazid was drinking alcohol and with his stick hitting the lips of Imam al-Hussein, drinking alcohol. قدر الحرام. We see that when Mutawakkil Abbasi, may Allah curse him, asked Imam al-Hadi to song for him. And then he told him, drink some of this alcohol. Imam said, لَقَدْ حَرَّمَهَا اللَّهُ عَلَىٰ أَجْسَامِنَا. That won't enter our bodies. Don't try. حَرَّمَهَا اللَّهُ. Of course it's haram. حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ عَلَىٰ أَجْسَامِنَا. It means that if you try, Allah will kill you straight away. حَرَّمَهَا اللَّهُ عَلَىٰ أَجْسَامِنَا. So someone who's pious, he fears haram. He hates haram. Hates haram. فَقَدَّرَ حَرَامًا وَجَانَبَ شُبُهَاتِهَا. Someone is something is shubha. It's not haram, but I don't know, you know. Yeah, some people say it's halal, some people say it's halal. Haram, I don't know. Halal beer, I don't know. You know. Halal beer. There is halal beer. I don't know. It's shubha. Our previous scholars used to say it's haram. Now, some say, we don't know if it doesn't contain any alcohol. Do you have to drink that, brother? Why on earth you have to drink that? It's shubha. At least it's shubha. Janaba shubuhata. You will avoid the shubuhat. Okay? It's like a road, you know? Do you have to drive in a mountain close to the edge? Yeah, I'm still in the street, but you're only 30 centimeters away from the, you know, falling down. Why you have to do that? It's like those who go to Shubhat and say it's halal. We don't know. كل شيء لك halal. Everything is halal unless if you understand and realize it's haram. I accept that, but a pious person won't go there to that level at all. Yeah. وجانب الشبهات وأضر والله بالحلال الصافي إلا ما لا بد له من كسرة يشد بها صلبه. Yeah, even halal things, yeah, it's halal. قل من حرم زينة الله. But because it's dunya, he will stay cautious of it. Once they brought some sweet to Imam alayhi salam. Imam Ali alayhi salam, he wanted to eat and then he refrained. His companion said, أتحرمها? Do you think that this is haram? He said, no. But I just fear that in the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls me, أذهبتم طيباتكم في حياتك الدنيا. You ate everything in dunya. So what do you want here? Oh, what's halal? No, yeah, I know it's halal. I know it's halal. Let's go and have camel burger. If someone brings dinosaur burger, let's go and have. You don't need to do all of that. You don't need to taste every taste. Just leave something for the hereafter. It's halal. I'm not saying it's haram, but don't go for it. Don't go for it. Yes, they fill up the stomach with halal just to be able to live. Because they have to feed the body. That's it. Not because they enjoy eating, you know, the atmosphere on the table, you know, candles, classic music. Who says classic music is haram? No one will dance on classic music. Yeah, okay, Ahl al-Kitab are doing that. Yeah, Ahl al-Kitab are tahir. He brings 50 qawa'id fiqhiyah for a sandwich to eat. Give me a break, man. 50 qawa'id fiqhiyah to eat a sandwich, it's not worth it. I'm not saying it's haram, but it's not worth it. Don't go that. He becomes suddenly a faqih, use this asal, this fundamental to eat a sandwich. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Really, it's not worth it. A mu'min, well, can feed himself with bread. Half a bread. Eat half a bread and then go any restaurant you want. You're not going to eat much. You don't like it. That's it. You will kill your appetite. Kill your appetite with halal in a way that you don't look at dunya. Imam Ali alayhi salam says in one of his sermons that the Prophet used to avoid looking at dunya. لا تعد عيناك عنهم تريد زينة الحياة. Don't look at that car. Don't look at that house. Don't look at that nice woman. Don't look at dunya in general. Yeah, if I don't look, iPhone 15 has this feature. What should I do with that feature? Samsung, that car can stop. Okay, can't you stop and use the brake? Do you need the car to do it instead of you? Can you trust the car? Why you need to? That's okay, no problem with that. Just don't go for that. No problem. Of course, Imam Ali alayhi salam is describing those who are on the toppest level of taqwa. Don't say that we can't be like them, but we can because of Ahlul Bayt's teachings. Me and you can. Me and you can be amongst Imam al-Mahdi's companions while we are in the era of occultism. Wallahi, we can. Wallahi, we can. Don't say, no, I don't deserve. No one deserves. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can make us like companions of Ahlul Bayt. No one deserves. We only have to have the intention. That's it. Nothing more and nothing less. And of course, they don't need to wear masks. They wear whatever can cover them up. That's what Imam Ali alayhi salam says. And they wear the thick things, thick clothes, not the soft ones. فوقعت ثقته ورجاؤه على خالق الأشياء. He only trusts Almighty God. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ هُوَ الرَّزَّاقُ ذُو الْقُوَّةِ الْمَتِينُ, I accept that. I trust Him. Let's be like a lion. I always bring this example to myself. When a lion eats a gazelle, he lays down for a week, as if he has 20 gazelle in the refrigerator. No, he lays down. We are not like a lion even. Today, we have for our week, for our month. Okay, what about next month? I don't know. What about next month? You tell me. Whatever you have is because of Allah. Next month, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala still exists. Allah is alive. What about next month? Allah. And that's why in the day of judgment, Allah will bring a believer. What you left behind? Not much. Why? Didn't you have a kid? Yes, I had a kid. I had some kids. So why? I had children. So why? Because Allah, they have you as well. I gave my huquq al-shar'iyyah. Khumus, zakat, helping poor. Not much I left. That's okay. Because you are there. I've seen too many fathers. What about my kids? What about you? Well, Allah did to you. Allah took care of you, or taking care of you. He will take care of your lineage as well. If He wills, if He wants. If He doesn't, it's up to Him. He's God. He's the creator. He's the owner. He owns us. He owns us. May Allah give us all the tawfiq to act as Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam like us to act, to be as pious as possible, to follow the footsteps of Ahlul Bayt, to obey the orders, to really, we will regret it one day when we see in the day of judgment we were able to be in the same level with Ahlul Bayt. Of course, we're not going to have the same aql like Ahlul Bayt, but we can, as Salman and Abu Dhar used to live in Kufa or in Medina with Imam Ali alayhi salam. But of course, the rank of Imam Ali, there is no comparison between even Salman and Imam Ali, the commander of the faithful. But they were with him, and they will be in heaven with him. So just imagine that we don't do that to ourselves. We'll regret it. Let's be with them, inshallah ta'ala. هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يقول هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. والحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على محمد وآله الطاهرين.